Good afternoon, and welcome to another Super Secret Project sketch. This is Eric Whalen from Super Secret Project X, and I am going to draw me some GhostRider today. And yes, GhostRider is not the most amazing character ever. However, GhostRider is one of the visually coolest characters with one of the best ideas that, for whatever reason, just, it has so few really good stories. But I particularly like GhostRider. Like the mythology of GhostRider. I just kind of wish that they would, do more with GhostRider. But hey, he's a flaming skull dude on a motorcycle. So, what am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to be like, dude, a flaming skull sucks? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna say that. That's not. It's not remotely what I'm a thinking. What I'm a thinking is he's like a heavy metal song just rolling around in DC Comics, like 24/7, and I don't know, I just love him for it. I like the other Ghost Riders. Cowboy Ghost Rider, the one from India that's like Shiva on a flaming elephant. Flaming elephant. What, does it get better? It probably gets better, but to be completely honest, not by much. Not by much. So I'm just going to go in real quick, and I am going to rough some quick shapes in. Get some of my kind of skull-like landmarks in there. By the way, just so you can see it, I am currently looking at just a skull reference. That is a heck of a photo of a skull. Because I don't actually need a picture of GhostRider. He's a skull. The best version is with a black leather jacket and spikes. So there you go. That's my favorite version. And the funny thing is the Nicolas Cage movies. Okay, the first one. Second one should have been just re-edited into I don't know, a heavy metal music video. That's kind of my thoughts on that. But the first one was fun. It wasn't perfect, but it was fun. They had the bass stuff in there. And I enjoyed it. Could have been stronger. My wife's coming home. Hey, sweetie. How you doing? How was your day?
I was trying to be as stealthy as possible.
Oh, hon, everything has gone wrong today. It doesn't even begin to matter. You could have ran in naked farting. It just would have been just perfect.
What happened?
Oh, they changed something in Streamlabs. So as it sat there for 40 minutes trying to find a server, because it sat on default.
Okay.
And instead of going down the list and looking at the only singular US server there is, it sat there for 40, 50 minutes, not doing anything. So after I diagnosed the dang thing, and went, wait, let me just turn this to US, click. Oh, it works. And so I'm going like, I'm just having one of those days, it's like one of those things where you just go like, no, I did everything wrong. Some tech dude somewhere had a bright idea. And so I got everything going, and then once I got everything going, I started the stream up. The stream was going, and I got one setting in the camera off. So, and right now, my paper is a little bright, but that's fine. I want to see how the final video comes out. It was like the sun, and so I literally had this is my second time through, and I'm like when you came in, I'm like, Con, do something really redonkulous, just finish my day, I was going like, just come in and, you know, like, I don't want you to trip and hurt yourself, but do like the comedy trip and all they see is like a flying of boxes or whatever in the background and like the kitchen
Pratfall
collapse.
And just papers just flying
Yeah.
into the screen.
That's that's right there.
Cat
That's the one.
screeches out of nowhere.
Exactly right. That's what was going on there. And I was going like, let's just do this right.
If there's going to be chaos.
Yeah, so it's like I'm not mad. You just hit those times where you're going like everything was set up, and then everything for no good reason failed, and I never touched those settings. So I can only assume that it was on their end or it was an update or whatever, and I'm just going like,
Probably an update, because honestly, you never touch those settings. It's just seems like every time you come back to it after extended time, there's always something different that just goes.
I know.
Guess what?
Well, not every time, but enough. And this one was weird because this one it just wasn't wanting to work. You know, as a matter of fact, I'm almost not wanting to recheck the actual streams.
Mm-hmm.
If you could do that when you are available to do so, that would be wonderful. Because I just have this weird feeling that, like, next I'm like, I don't know, pirated by somebody, and on my channel something completely wrong is running, like an underwear ad, you know, with a fat guy who's, I don't know, eating live chipmunks or something. It would just fit the day. I'm trying not to complain, folks. It was just one of those things where when you're doing this on your own and one little thing goes wrong like that, it's definitely a thing. And it's a thing that you just don't enjoy. Like, come on. This is already hard enough as it is. I had to put pants on today. This is the weekend. Don't test me. Don't test me like that. Yeah, right now I'm not trying to get it too anatomically correct. I am, however, trying to play with the lines and make sure it's got some nice kind of fun, scully goodness. There we go. That's probably why that wasn't looking right. It was too far back. There we go. I like it when I spot my problems. Makes me feel good, like I know what I'm doing. There we go. Of course, I was also yakking, so that probably didn't help. Getting a bit more of a bone chin. There we go. Okay, something ain't. Something ain't right here. Yeah, it's kind of a thing that you need to do. If you don't have your base lines down, man, I tell you what, you need to stop and make sure you got that figured proper, because no point in you putting down really nice lines later if they're all in the wrong spot. There we go. And there we go. I think that's what part of the problem was. Amongst many things today. Really try not to sound like I'm complaining, but that'll get you. Because if anyone out there ever tries to do this kind of stuff themselves, they kind of, and you're like a busy person like I am, you kind of depend upon getting something figured out and then it working and not having to go back and re-diagnose problems over and over again. And then when you get right up to the minute where you're supposed to start and then it starts being like a crazy person, that can be frustrating. There we go. I mean, it's not like GhostRider has to be 100% anatomically correct, but it is awfully nice to at least get it somewhat close if that's like the game you're playing. And I'm kind of hoping on there we go. Something resembling a proper skull, so when I go in and start cheesing it like this.
Chilly outside, I'll tell you that.
I know. I actually had to close the windows for a bit. It was like all the nice air was coming in, then suddenly the police. I mean, I'm wearing socks. I mean, suddenly I'm going like, oh, cold, you know?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Like why, you know?
I mean, with all the people at the library, it was pretty warm in there, and they had food trucks out there, so I went and grabbed some lunch from the taco truck, and I'm like, I didn't bring my jacket, and I am kind of chilly.
Oh. So how was everything?
It was surprisingly busy. I was impressed with how busy it was. Yeah, that's probably the best one that we've been to.
Yeah, good.
The business one, I should say.
Wonderful.
Was Anthony was getting over a cold, and I'm just like, all right. And he sniffles, I know it's gonna be your fault, you dingus. Turn on the light. Turn it off. There
There we go.
I just walked to the save point. I went to the refrigerator, and I completely forgot what I was gonna get. So I just had a save point.
Nice. Could you do me a favor and restart Twitch and check YouTube real quick to make sure that everything is running proper? It's a problem doing this by myself. I can't do it and check things. So I depend upon my wonderful wife to save my butt repeatedly.
I try.
You succeed. My butt is always well saved.
There's Twitch.
Except that one time. So, nice thing about the great thing, at least in my opinion, about GhostRiders, I don't recall the man ever having neck bones. Not to say he wasn't ever shown neck bones with neck bones, but I am just going to make sure that I get myself a good solid skull, and then I want a collar. Yeah, I would not check it on that. That's being a jerk.
Oh, you mean check it on the TV, on the thing, okay.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, no worries. It's just we've got a good TV, but it's not the smartest thing ever.
Well, that's not a TV, that's system that it's going through.
Okay, well, whichever. There we go.
Twitch. Pseudo dubstep ad coming through. I think this did this to us last time, didn't it? It just froze up on us last time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you could check it on the web, please.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah. Like I said, the TV isn't that smart.
Yes, it looks like it is working fine.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright, let me check the
Perfect. Wonderful.
And yes, we are live on YouTube also.
Woohoo! With very likely no viewers, but that's fine.
I didn't see anyone.
It's okay. That is okay. I know. Poor Eric. I'm actually just happy that things are, and oh, Will Ferrell. I'm just happy that things are working right now. Just like, I'm serious. I mean, early I was almost at the point of having like that little kid temper tantrum. I'm gonna take my ball and go home.
Oh, that's bullcrap.
Mm.
Email from PlayStation. We are writing to inform you that PlayStation Store will start collecting sales tax in your state now.
All right. Well, whatever.
Yeah, they're.
That's fine. How their businesses, they need to collect sales tax. Blah blah blah.
Well, no, it was a big thing that was about that because they're not supposed to collect sales tax on
All right, then let the lawyers take care of
digital
it.
goods, and they suddenly decided we're going to start doing it because we need to take more money away from people.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it, huh?
Well, I'm going to fuss.
All right.
And I just did, so
Cool.
there.
You go right ahead.
I did.
Okay. Start with a little bit of something different this time. I picked myself up a much darker, much thicker pencil, and I'm going to try just going in and working darker. See how the video turns out. I'm sure it's going to get much smudgier. But should always try new things. Like not setting the auto, like the server to auto search. Should never do that. Should always set it to the obvious US server. You know. Because that really surprised me. I was sitting there for that 40, 50 minutes trying to figure it out. And I did everything, and I went, wait, is this it? And that was it. I was like, so weird. I was like, I mean, I was literally staring at the computer going like, who would do that? Like,
Yeah, why isn't it set automatically to a US connection in the
Well-
first place?
well, it was set to auto, which I usually just have things set to auto because usually it works. And it has every time we've done it.
Right.
So my guess is something weird happened on their end, and there was much confusion of some kind. So anything fun happened then?
There's a lot of excited kids, a lot of people going through the comics and buying stuff.
Cool.
I got to meet one of the local artists. He's actually one of the few published, and I shouldn't say just few published, but one of the local big name artists around here. His name is Gene Ha, and has done lots of stuff.
I don't think I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's done lots of stuff with DC, and now he's working on his self-published, well not self, but his own title called May, M-A-E, and that's been doing pretty good. It's like a fantasy sci-fi kind of neat thing, neat book. We carried it in the store, and so
Cool.
yeah, I bought one of his art books, and I've always seen him at various conventions, but I never had a chance to like actually chat with him.
Nice guy?
Yeah, oh, super nice. He was the big name guest at the con at the library thing. So, like last half hour of the convention, had a chance to walk around and see the quote unquote artist alley is about the size of our living room here. So, I mean,
Well, it's a library con.
exactly. So I'm not.
The fact they're
complaining.
doing it at all is nice.
Yeah, and it's because I mean I was there last year and I was like, hey, here we are. But yeah, I had a chance to just do a quick like walk around the room and then talk to him. And he was selling his art book, so I grabbed one just for the sake of hey, you're supporting
Yeah.
artists, and also I want to take a look at the art book because see if that's something that we want to do in the future, get an art book going. And I like seeing how our people, how local people do their stuff, like their
Sure.
professional, quote unquote professional stuff.
Oh, sure.
So grab one of those, and he was nice enough to draw a sketch of me as Rogue from X-Men, because that's my
Yay.
favorite. But yeah, really nice guy, and I told him I was like, yeah, it's just nice to meet up with like local artists and talk to them, and like 'cause I don't really see many around the area because I don't really travel much, and he invited me to one of the they have a group that does they call it the drink and draws and stuff, where they meet up at like a local bar or coffee shop or so, and everyone just draws and just has fun together and
Sure.
all that. And I was like, oh, cool. And I was like, oh, I'll send you a message if I ever get some free time here, because I'm not very good at drinking.
You and me both, really.
But yeah, so I was like, oh, cool. Thanks for the invite. Appreciate it. Yada yada. I am starving. I thought they were supposed to bring pizza for everyone who participated, because I saw a big stack of pizzas come in,
Sure.
but we never got told that there was food, and I couldn't get away from the table because
Sure.
Anthony went back to go grab more stuff, and then he was gone for like an hour.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, what is he doing?
Where'd you
I'm
go?
hungry and I'm getting tired. So luckily the emergency food that I brought, I just had a chance to like eat
Yeah.
3/4 of my
Always bring emergency food.
Yeah. Because I got a chance to eat like 3/4 of the sandwich I brought with me, and one of my favorite interactions was as I like stuffed my mouth. One lady walks by and she saw me when I took a bite, and she was like, "Hey, how much for the sandwich?" And I was like, "Half off," because it was half the sandwich.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Good answer."
Nice, dude.
Yeah. So and then they had a taco truck out there, so I was able to grab a burrito.
Well, that's
Yeah.
living right there.
Yeah. Yeah, they were out of carne asada, so I had to do with the pollo, which was not bad. I ate half of it because we were busy. But yeah,
Nice.
I was impressed with the amount of people, and the kids coming through, and just really excited about comics, and it just absolutely warmed my heart to see both little boys and little girls go,
Yeah.
"Dad, Mom, comics!"
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
My most favorite interaction, there was two of them, was there was a little girl who came in and she was dressed as Elsa from Frozen, and just a cute little little cherub face, little chubby little thing.
Little chubber.
And like it was her and her brother. Her big brother was dressed as Leonardo from Ninja Turtles. So I was like, so I gave them high fives, and I did a little curtsy to her. I was like, "Your Highness," and she kind of giggles. And so we were talking a little bit, and then they walked away. And when she walked away, there was a cosplayer dressed as Elsa. She was actually pretty decent, pretty good looking Elsa. She comes walking by, and as soon as the little girl saw her, I mean, she just lit up, and she just grabbed her mom's arm and started shaking it. "Mommy, it's Elsa!" And I'm just like,
Nice.
my ovaries just screamed.
Don't stop that now.
Don't worry, I shut them up. But she like
Careful, those suckers bring children. Something that we shouldn't be messing around with at this moment.
Say, not in this household. But she like runs up to her and they talk and gives her a hug and gets pictures with her. And it was like, oh, that was so adorable. And then the other one was there was a pretty decent Batman guy walking by there, and he's doing the stoic walk and all, and these bunch of little kids who had just bought comics from the table, they go around and you just see one little boy just stop flat, and he just literally just stops. He's staring, and he goes,
It's Batman.
"Mom, it's Batman!"
Oh yeah.
And Batman turns around, and his little brother stops right behind him, and Batman!
Nice.
And Batman smiles. "Hey there, how you guys doing?" And they just bolt right up to him. It's like, oh, that's why I love cosplay. That's why I do, because that is so adorable.
Yeah, it's the side of cosplay I wish I'd seen more of.
Mm-hmm. And you do. It's just.
I don't.
Yeah, well, I do. So.
I just, when I see it, it's usually, and no offense, but it's convention folk that are just trying to get a lot of attention. And then every once in a while you get the really awesome one that's doing stuff like that.
Oh, that's
Like one of the ones I saw was somebody did one of the Power Rangers, and really like pro costume, like really nice. And every little kid that came up, they went up, and it was either somewhat of an acrobat or something, but anyways, did a little bit of the Power Ranger move stuff, and the kids were all excited. And I'm like, that's the way to do it. Like that's good right there. Usually unfortunately what I see is just like people trying to show off, or like, you know, I just end up looking at it going like, if I want that, I'll just go to the comics and get the character. But when it's people doing awesome stuff for kids like that, I'm like, right on, good for you. That's awesome.
That's part of cosplay, is showing off. It's putting stuff together and showing people your talent for putting it. It's to me it's just another form of art, except you get to wear it and be proud of what you wore. So I'm perfectly fine with that, as long as they're not being jerks about it. Like, 'cause I've rented some cosplay jerks. But if you absolutely. But if you're just having fun and you're just going, I was like, yeah, I have no problem with it, because for me it's more of the interactions than anything. And then a lot of people who are the cool cosplayers are just interacting with people and just having fun, and yeah. Like, that's the stuff I love. And I mean, jerk cosplayers, there's going to be jerk cosplayers.
Oh, sure. It's
human.
just, unfortunately, a lot of my experience is usually like that. Or I'm like, oh, really?
Well, you've unfortunately run into some bad situations then, because the majority of ones I've run into, of course, being part of the cosplay community, I've had nothing but good people and had good interactions and all. And the few bad ones that I did have was there was one when I was actually at a convention, C2E2, and was actually in the bathroom with a bunch of other cosplayers, and we were all adjusting ourselves and getting ourselves ready and everything. And we were all like putting on makeup and getting our suits and all that stuff. And what was it? I kind of smiled because everyone was like, "Oh, did anyone have a safety pin or yada yada?" And here you go. And I was like, wow, like the things we put ourselves through, right, y'all? And everyone just kind of snickered, yeah. And there was one cosplayer, tall, blonde lady, and she just kind of did the and rolled her eyes.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
And so I just kind of looked at her, and everyone just kind of looked at her and just like, somebody thinks they're important, don't they? And I said it out loud. And so everyone just kind of like chuckled really quietly, and she just gave me this glare, and I stared right back at her. I'm just like, I dare you, say something else.
What are you gonna do? Punch me?
I know.
Yeah, like, that's what always got me about people like glaring. I'm like, "Oh, okay, you do your glare. That doesn't mean anything.
Well, I look at it this way, especially in the cosplay world. There, people do crap like that. I look at them and I will tell them one thing. It's like, I'm not afraid to mess up my costume. You are. Come at me.
See, it's not a matter of fighting. It's like not like I'm sitting there trying to sound macho or whatever. It's just, it's so silly to me.
It's stupid. I mean,
It's
really
just,
is.
it's incredibly silly.
Like, you are pretending to be a fantasy character, and you have an attitude.
And you're trying to act cool in a massive herd of nerds?
Yeah.
Seriously?
It's like you think you are that much better than the rest of us who are squeezing into our spandex. Really? Like, you put your spandex on the exact same way as we put ours on.
With a lot of talcum powder.
Oh, not anymore, because that stuff causes cancer.
Does it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby powder? Yeah, there's been lawsuits for the past 20 years because
Wow.
yeah, people who use it, especially with women, because a lot of women used it for powdering their areas and all that, and to keep dry, and it has been proven to cause ovarian cancers. Yep, and various other cancers. So Johnson and Johnson and a couple other companies actually had that's still going, a very wide class action lawsuit, because there's been like hundreds of thousands of women who've gotten cancers because of that stuff. So yeah. Yeah, I had to be careful because I remember using it when I was younger, and I didn't use it after, I think, was it middle school? But I stopped because I got tired of finding powder everywhere, and literally everywhere. But yeah, but back into the original conversation. It's just like, yeah, it's like you know what, you are here with a bunch of fan people. It's like, if the only reason why you're here is just to
be cool.
To not even that, to
So
stroke your ego.
That's what I'm saying, to be cool.
Yeah, it's like, if that's the only reason why you're here, then you are in the wrong business.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, I end up looking at, like, when nerds do stuff and they got the right attitude, I'm like, hey, man, do whatever you want. Have fun with it. But quite often I'm like, just seeing some really bizarre kind of, like, wait, what? Are you trying to be one of the cool kids here at a convention? Or like, on a cartoon site? Or I'm going, like, it's like, I got into this stuff so I can get away from those people. And it's not like I'm judging. I'm just saying it's like, if your game is the ego game, I don't really want to have anything to do with it. It's silly to me.
Yeah, and I mean, and I love cosplay because I am a cosplayer. I don't do it as much as I would like to, but I have done it, and it's fun.
Oh, sure. I mean,
I've always loved the dress up aspect of it.
I've seen some really neat stuff.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
it's like, you also have to, like, just like you are not that cool to have an ego to that extent where you you roll your eyes at people who are you're rolling your eyes while putting on your false eyelashes and stuffing your fake boobs.
That's dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing
wrong with it, but still, you're going like, and you're looking at me like you're somehow better. I'm not saying that because the guy's cross-dressing or what. I'm just saying that it's like, we're all doofuses here. What are you doing? You know, he's like,
you act like your stockings and your boots don't stink, and they do.
Talcum powder.
Better Febreze that stuff.
All right. Uh-oh, getting near the end of this eraser.
Oh, nice.
Not much left. Not much left. Nope. You gotta.
So you switch out. So you
Gotta
got
switch out.
your box oil erasers.
Uh-oh. Am I?
Okay, you should have a box of those things.
Yeah, and they're not here. Awesome. I'll just deal with what I got for now.
They should be there because we're all.
Nah, I thought I put a couple extra ones in there and I didn't. My main one's over in my art drawer.
Oh, let me go grab them for you.
Yeah. I got enough to last me for a few minutes at least.
Oh, let me grab for you so that way you can actually have one on me.
Thank you, sweetie. I just realized it's been a little while since I've sketched fire.
Well, you kind of painted it a couple days ago. Or last week.
Oh, thank you very much, sweetie.
You're welcome. You want to keep an extra one out there, or?
Yeah, could you? Just grab one. See, I thought I'd done this, but apparently.
Well, you did probably, and you used them.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah.
That's got to be it. I could have sworn I did this already. Durr, you did. Now that's better.
Yeah, I had that with my eraser last night. Still got a bit of it left with my main pencil eraser when I was working last night. I was like, why does it feel so weird? Oh, it's almost out. Okay.
And awesome. Batteries. Man, it's today. It's just today. Everything is lining up.
Right, that just means you should buy a lottery ticket so you can, like,
Guaranteed lose.
yeah, let's say that, because then it's the lottery where you have to pay them.
Hun, that is the lottery. That's how that
Sure.
works. Yeah, I was about to say. That's exactly the lottery. Alright, so I'm trying to remember which one. There it is. It goes in like that. Boom, boom. Alright. Oh, that's a better note. Oh, that's so much better. I was like erasing. I was going like, well, this is working, but it's just not. Oh wait. Yeah, I can see using this lead more. This is let me get in tone. Letting me get in. Letting me get tones down a little quicker. I still stick to the 4H for the layout, but I think this'll end up looking pretty decent. I'm sorry, say that again, sweetie?
I think I want some hot tea or hot chocolate. I'm not sure which one though. I know I want something hot.
I know that tea sounded pretty good.
Some of the tea that we have is still some good, and it's been like about over a year or so since we had it.
Depending on the tea, teas can last quite a long time. Switch back to my 4H here.
Wow.
Hmm.
Apparently there's a TwitchCon that happens.
Yes, I've heard.
Yeah. And apparently one of the big things they have is a giant loud party with a bunch of alcohol, and this is how they have their beer displayed. And somebody was saying, hey, you guys probably shouldn't serve beer like that because of it being open. Anybody can just put anything in there. That's kind of a safety concern. And some internet dweebus starts laughing and mocking the person who said that. Meanwhile, another person comes back and said, hey, guess what? I got roofied at TwitchCon and stopped breathing, and now I'm in the hospital. So, hey guys, not gonna be around, just letting you know. As she's typing from her hospital bed and showing herself her arm with her stuff. Apparently, the amount of stuff that was put into her drink nearly killed her. So whoever that idiot was, like, mocking her, yeah.
Yeah. And they wonder why I don't party and socialize with people. I mean, look at me. I'm the first guy they'd roofie. Okay, maybe the second or third.
You know, all of that hotness that you are. Come on, man.
Something like that.
Are you yourself? Apparently Amazon owns Twitch now.
I'm sorry, what?
Amazon owns Twitch.
Okay, that's cool. Just a random fact of the day kind of thing then, or?
Oh, just people talking about stuff and
Oh.
people saying like Amazon needs to probably do something about stuff like that since they own Twitch. If they're gonna have TwitchCom, that's going to be sponsored underneath their business, and they should probably have better practices in a sense. Blah 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 blah.
Yakety schmackety. Well, that's not too bad. Good enough for a test of the, I think this is an HB. Oh, wait. Line. There we go. No, so. All right, well, everyone have yourself a good week. We will catch you later. And for now, gonna put the old stuff away. Do the old Mr. Rogers bit. There we go. Oh, about to say, the box closed. That was a something worked today. That was nice. I like that. I like it when something works. Anywho, catch you guys later. Be back next week, and